trying to get to the finals of a GSL Code S. I mean, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Guys, tell your friends to join us. We've already had a pretty late night tonight, and we're only just getting started now. We have one more whole best of 5 to do. And what better best of 5 to have than Deer versus TY?
Yeah, this is a potential finals right here.
Yeah.
So should be an excellent game. Excellent match. Guys, get out there. Tell your friends. What a great night of GSL. After such a quick Wednesday, we're finishing off Friday.
Yo, man, Wednesday was short. That was crazy how quickly we got out of there.
TGI Friday, Tasteless.
Friday. I think we're almost about to start this match. We're just going to throw up a few more stats on here. We can see the maps right here, right now. Deer said he's prepared pretty well for this. TY a little bit nervous and also having some weird trippy dream where he's saying Sue says that he has to go in second place. I don't even understand.
By the way, Deer choosing set 1 as King Sejong Station. Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. Not what I would expect out of him.
Well, he might just want to play a standard game and try to get some feelers out there for what TY is going to do. By the way, these guys are both good friends. They were saying they hang out about 3 times a week.
Damn, that's like more than I see you.
Yeah, that's right, man.
But I wouldn't hesitate to beat you and go to the round of 4, Tasteless.
What if they became the Korean Tastosis, man? What then?
Yeah, what then?
I believe we might have a small delay here before we get going into this game.
Oh, TY's PC has to be switched out, so this guy really kind of being a prima donna right now, huh? He's like, my PC's broken.
He won't play in this really important tournament on a crappy PC. Man, remember back when we used to play in WCG? And there would be some of those refs who were douchebags, and they would. They remember they had this one tournament where the table had a tablecloth on it.
Yeah, I remember
this. And everybody's like, well, we can't play with a table on it. Like, first of all, why do you have tables with tablecloths on them? Like, we're going to eat off of them, but instead you set up computers.
Well, it's because it was a plywood piece of garbage table underneath.
It was
old school
practically a card table.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of funny. This is one of the only times we've ever had a delay this season. I mean, GSL is so streamlined.
Yeah.
And even whenever we have anything that does go wrong, we usually jump right back into the game right away. So,
yeah.
I love doing GSL.
No, seriously, it's the best show
I love doing stuff here at AfreecaTV. We really just have everything so automated. You know, there's no surprises. Obviously, it's pretty hard for, a lot of these tournaments to set up major events, get studio work done. But we have, I would say, I think the least amount of delays you can find anywhere in an English broadcast and esports.
We're like
literally anywhere, especially for
tuned, well-oiled machine or something.
We are.
It's like a Swiss watch, right? Like it just keeps chugging along no matter
Swiss watch.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you meant Army knife, but no, the Swiss do make good watches as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Those Swiss, man.
Yeah, no, they're really on top of little tiny
Swiss,
metal pieces.
They're so
working
like
together.
the Africa studio that we got out here.
Yeah, they are. Great chocolate, just like the Africa studio too.
We got great chocolate. We taste great.
Yeah.
So we got.
What do you think Tase's beard is made out of? Come on.
This isn't real, guys. I smear chocolate on my face. So we're getting a shot at Deer here. We had to rotate or swap out rather the computer here for TY, but something tells me because we have this music playing, we're going to be going back into this game right away. See?
I hope so. I'm ready for it. It's a long night already, Tasus. I don't think we're going to make it home on the subway.
No way, Artosis. We're going to hold hands in the taxi. I'm making my moves tonight. If you don't give me a kiss when I drop you off, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right.
Oh,
so
I think you'll get lucky tonight, my friend.
I think I will for sure. I'll be like, you did a really good job casting with me, Artosis. Be like, well, I mean, when TVGs are that good, how can you go wrong? And then we don't say anything. I just keep moving my head closer and closer with my eyes closed. We're going into game number 1. Deer versus TY. The map is King Sejong Station. Let's see who that last player is to escape into the round of 4. Our only Protoss tonight in the blue, he is
Samsung Galaxy, Deer.
Yeah, far fewer Protosses tonight, huh?
It's a change.
That kind of sucks. I wish we had at least 3 Protosses on this side of the bracket.
In the upper left, in the red,
KT Rolster, TY.
You know, based on Reddit threads, you'd think that the entire top 16 would have been Protoss, right?
That's right, man.
Jeez. Imagine how many adepts we could have seen. Spend like 4,000 adepts tonight in GSL. Like,
it becomes one of those weird facts. Did you know that there were literally over 10,000 adepts made if you add all the adepts that were,
throughout
produced?
the tournament. You know how many shades we saw? Oh my God. It
in-
was 30,000 shades.
In what they're now calling the PvPSL. StarCraft forever. I can get behind that.
Yeah, well, so far, so good, right?
Yeah. Just go all the way back to
StarCraft's
StarCraft 1.
been
and how
around
long-
since it was released. The Earth hasn't ended yet. No one's stopped playing,
That's right.
despite cries to the otherwise. To the otherwise. More like to the contrary. So.
I'll let you
It's
say
okay.
whatever you want. No, but it is true. I mean, despite people constantly saying that StarCraft is dead, this is literally the longest-lasting esport.
Yeah.
Even amongst all the new esports that have come out, I'm like, this game is still going strong and still fine, despite how hysterical the people that post in our subreddit can be sometimes. But
Yeah, well, it's like a funny thing to watch. It's like the very best games will not go away.
No, they won't
That's
go away.
games like Street Fighter, Smash Brothers, StarCraft, Counter-Strike.
Dota.
Yeah, Dota is absolutely joining those ranks.
Yeah, it's just like
it seems like League will probably never go away if I had to guess.
I
but
can't
don't
imagine
know.
it ever go away. Although the thing is,
But
with that is it's
The
those
ones I
two
just
games are
named,
so
though,
similar.
for
Yeah.
sure will actually just never go away.
Well, it's funny too because we've been talking about people were saying StarCraft 1 was dead back in like 2002,
2001.
2001, and it's just like so completely bizarre because they were like, oh, it's people are leaving, and I'm like,
like, no.
I'm like, I wish people like you would
I
leave.
played that game nonstop until
People who talk
StarCraft
and
2
think
came
like
out.
you guys are welcome to go. Please,
Yeah.
we would be so happy if you guys, the people who talk like that, just go away forever. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, game's still going strong.
Looking better than
Doing-
ever as well.
Yeah,
to be
that's
honest.
right. Frankly, yeah, Legacy of the Void, best iteration.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's dive into this game here.
Okay. Here is my little thing. The fact that Deer chose this as the first map, like, I'm not surprised that we're seeing Stargate. This is like the map that you want to go Stargate on anyways because it is so hard to defend your mineral lines. This is like
Yeah.
Terran, Liberator, and Drop Heaven. So this is not a surprise whatsoever. And he's going right into Phoenixes instead of Oracle, which is kind of this new trend. So that's interesting to see. But, I think that TY is expecting that this is going to be a Stargate as well.
Yeah, this is definitely sort of the new trend, especially on this map, as Artosis was saying. The Phoenixes can become pretty handy later on in the game when you start to get into these big fights, picking up key important units, as well as just starting to drive out medevacs. Because, a lot of Terrans, they just love to drop nowadays. And so having the Phoenixes here pretty much guarantees you that you take out the medevac. And if you're good at handling the drop itself, then a lot of times you could just end up ahead. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
He's, like, right where he needs to be.
What an
And see-
interception right there. That
Now-
is crazy. And
now-
with the Adepts coming,
Yeah.
God, that is
He gets
this is
that, like,
awesome.
no matter what. So he
Wow.
takes that out. Oh, got to move those, though.
Oh, dearie me.
That was kind of complimentary to our casting as we basically said what it was for, and then we got to see it happen right there.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's
that's-
just like, what a great situation for Deer. This couldn't really be better. To kill that first medevac, TY opened with so much tech early on here before his command center was making a factory. So for it to do literally 0 damage,
Yeah.
he bruised a couple Phoenixes.
Well, here's the funny thing is because he did that, this expansion's not necessarily safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll also depend on if Widowmine, for instance, connects with something. Now, can these Hellions get a good amount of kills?
Well, they run right in. So
Yeah.
far, so good.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, the Phoenixes
All
are
right.
here waiting.
Now, can he get those kills? Meanwhile, an Oracle comes in over here. Deer just doing a great job here coming
yeah.
in. Oh, all right. He does lose the Oracle.
Okay,
Small loss
yeah.
there.
The Oracle, yeah, that Oracle dying was pretty crappy. Only 3 SCV kills for an Oracle. It's definitely not what you're looking for. But the TY did, like, even less, realistically.
Yeah, that's true.
With the amount of stuff that he lost, he really, he did not do what he needed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you're right. You don't want to lose Oracle, but TY's lost a decent amount of units. They're coming in here trying to take out some workers and not really, killing more than what it costs to make. So, I got to say, a very good start here by Deer. And Deer wisely expanding down here. His Forge and Citadel are about to get done. And he's setting up for a pretty clean and healthy mid-game,
Yeah. He's going right into his blink, not even going for those quick glaives, which is kind of interesting, but he's held everything so well. And this was such a tech-heavy opening for TY. He doesn't really need the anti-marine glaives.
Well, you're right. And not to mention, when Terran's in this kind of position, they're probably more likely to try to do a drop since they can't attack head-on. So getting Blink right away might allow you to shut that down and get even further ahead.
Well, TY is going to do some sort of drop here. 2 medevacs moving out immediately. His stim is only halfway done. So this is not like an attack that should do too much damage here to Deer, especially considering how big his army is. But TY making his third base at his third base.
What? Oh, yeah.
Like he's not going to float the command center out.
It was like he's making his third base and his fourth base. I'm like, well, this is madness.
Well, I could have said that too, and it would have meant something.
Okay, so we have a little drop over here. In the bottom left, he's going to move forward very carefully. He doesn't want to just get caught, especially with Phoenixes out here. You can at least escort the medevac back across the map if the Phoenixes get you. And it looks like we have the SCV denied there. You had to send another one over there.
That can be part of the problem.
Kind of surprised he is making the third base at the third base, actually. Well, that's not going to go well. Takes that out, easy peasy. We do have a Warp Prism coming up here. Now, that can mean that we're going to have a push here from our Protoss player, but it can also mean he just wants to use this to harass. You know, with Blink finishing here, N+1, maybe it is probably a good time to push out. He's got a lot more tools at his disposal, a lot more damage, and, of course, the gateways are already all done being made.
The amount that he stomped everything and the fact that he sees such a quick third base means that he should be able to push out and at the very minimum chase away that third command center, right? So this will at least deny some mining. And it could do a lot more than that, especially since TY has a good 16 supply at the bottom of the map right now. Or a 20 supply, sorry.
Yeah.
16, what?
Now, there's a little drop here, but I got to say, I'm a little bit worried for TY. This attack is looking pretty daunting. Now, he doesn't even have to go over. Okay, hold up. An attack over here. We don't see any Mothership Core in sight. Meanwhile, the command center being hit.
Yeah, targeting out both pylons to make sure that the Mothership Core can't stop him. He's going after this third Nexus. In the meantime, his third command center might be going down as well. It's hard to see.
Can he get the Nexus in time?
Oh, with the Adepts warping in, the Mothership Core coming over as well. He's really slowing it down. He saves his own third command center. Very important.
They're both going to be able to save this.
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Might not be able to.
Oh, but this is crazy. He's just going to go for it. Now, there's one Widow Mine here.
Yeah, that Widow Mine, the hit is not as good as he would have hoped. It's a decent shade that goes off on top of everything. He's trying to target down
that other Liberator,
oh my God.
Did he, like, not see that Liberator?
I don't even know. That was weird.
Oh, my God. TY.
Jeez,
Suddenly,
TY.
everything just working out here for TY. The universe will bend itself into a pretzel for TY's will.
He will bend it into a pretzel himself,
That's right. He will, I mean, that was insane.
He knows where Nest's coffin is. He's in control now.
This is crazy. Everything worked out for TY. He saved the third command center. He actually killed off the Protoss army, and then he destroyed the Nexus.
So well done. He's shaving off units. He's blocked everything.
Yeah. He's like just playing perfectly.
Dude, and Deer opened so well, and I loved where he attacked there. But, like, that weird blink on top, he didn't kill one of the Liberators, as you were talking about. Obviously, TY is targeting down Stalkers as best he can. But, like, fighting under Liberators is really tough.
It was very strange because we saw the Stalkers not targeting that one Liberator. I almost think in the heat of the moment he didn't see it.
Could be. Like, he was trying to micro on two fronts, too.
Also, there was a big Widow Mine hit, but he had enough. I think he could have actually taken that out. Now, this is a great player by Deer to just try to take this out as much as he can. TY is going to keep that alive, although possibly isolated for a little bit at this part of the map.
He's trying his best. Does pick that off, so a nice kill once again with those Phoenixes. Those Phoenixes have really kind of been the units that have kept Deer in this game. They've done almost all the heavy lifting for him. Their backs must really hurt right now because his gateway units aren't really doing anything yet.
Now, Deer's coming over here. He's going to take down these rocks. I don't know if he'll be able to breach into this location. Well, you know what, actually? Does he just not know?
No, he has Liberation Zone set up.
So he's just going to try to go around and hit this from behind.
Ooh,
damn. How often do you get the 2-for-1 deal with scans?
Oh, my gosh. Not so often.
Look at that. Got 2 observers.
Yeah.
We cast a lot of TVPs. We don't normally see 2 observers killed.
Well, that's because they don't need to be near each other because they have big vision. Bit of a mistake there.
Protoss going to come into the main right now, probably going to do a big warp in. However, everything else on the map is being held off right now by TY. TY actually headed southbound. He's going to try to go over here and tear down these rocks. Meanwhile, Deer's warping so far has not been that effective.
Well, he's starting to get a little bit more damage as he drops more adepts over here at the third base. The SCV is starting to truly fall now, but everything is getting cleaned up, and TY has a pretty good army over here.
Okay, he's going to have the burrowing Widow Mines here, but a sandwich play right now for Deer. Deer coming in from all these different angles. Deer's going to completely clean this up. This game is all over the place.
Yeah, it really is. Those DTs dealing massive damage as well. TY getting really, really badly hurt. And taking a look at this, even though their army supplies are somewhat close, the amount of SCVs that Adept Harassment did has really put a dent into TY's economy.
It's definitely been a pendulum game so far. Now we have DTs being split up here. Maybe TY's army has been too thinned out. He won't be able to cover all these different areas. Deer is hitting it once.
3 DT, he just scans and kills all three. Like, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
It really is all over the place. We see attacks everywhere right now. Deer coming in very strongly now. I don't know if TY can hold this.
Oh, he takes them both out.
And
that may be enough.
Yeah, these adepts are going to deal way too much damage now.
DTs that he can't see. No scans here. That's just continuing to do more damage.
Oh my God. He does have some more Widow Mines, but blinking forward, trying to target those down, and it looks like Deer should be able to take game one.
Deer is just too good. Whoa, this game was like a total slugfest, by the way.
Like, crazy, crazy game. And you know what? It's like, it's been back and forth a few times. GG.
GG.
But unlike Beyond vs. Ryung, which was like, you know, it's swayed by like 2% at a time. This was like, whoa, like Deer's 50% ahead. Now like, whoa, TY's 75%. Oh my God, Deer wins. Like,
that was like the WWE match of games back there.
WWE match?
Yeah, it's like
hit him in the head with a chair at the end.
That's right. Deer comes out and whacks TY with a stop sign. And then TY, we think he's out. Then he suddenly comes back from the dead.
Oh my gosh, the urn.
That's right. Well, guys, we're going to go into game number 2. That was actually a very exciting match. I think TY was winning pretty well at the start, but it seemed like he overextended a little bit. Wasn't able to stabilize and come back.
This was a really good and important win for Deer because a lot of times that map is considered a bit more Terran favored, but I loved his double Phoenix opener. It worked out fantastically, blocking TY's early tech. TY's going to have to be a bit sharper here, and Dusk Towers is definitely a map that we've seen TY perform miracles on. Is generally considered better for Protoss, a lot of people think, in this matchup, but TY's multitasking here, the way he splits his army, we've yet to see anyone solve the way that he plays.
It's going to be interesting. Now, Deer knows TY's playstyle pretty well, and Deer certainly saw those games that you've been talking about, Artosis. Let's see what tricks he's got up his sleeve. And I believe we are actually going to hop right into this. Get out there, guys. Tell your friends to join us here. It's a fantastic night tonight. We already had an amazing TVT. Now we have 1 slot remaining. This is Deer versus TY. Let's find out which of these 2 players escapes to the Final Four. In the upper left, in the blue,
Samsung Galaxy, Deer.
Really strong strategy picked out for that previous map. Pretty well executed as well, despite that one really failed attack. Oh, there's 2 of them.
In the bottom right.
KT Rollster, TY.
Right.
Artie.
Yes.
Artie McTonsils.
Artie McTonsils.
Artie Mc, I need to get my tonsils moved. You know what I just realized I've been doing forever on this map?
What?
I don't think anybody's tweeted at me about it. I guess nobody ever noticed, and I've never seen you correct me on this. So see how the Protoss is actually in the upper right?
Yeah.
Oh, because when we have the starting screen, we block out the mini map. I've always said that. I said that's the upper left.
Oh, did you?
And I think I've always done that on this map. And then whenever we get the Terran, I always say in here in the bottom right. And I don't think I've ever been corrected on that.
I didn't even know you were doing it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I generally don't listen to what you say in the cast. I mute you when I'm at home or here, so. No.
I think I've been doing that wrong forever.
I don't know.
Because normally you can look at where the minerals point, and generally speaking, that they point towards the corner.
I'm gonna have to go back and check every single game of you casting here, make a compilation video, and then send it in anonymously to Mr. Che and see if I can get you fired.
Yeah, get me fired, right? You'd be like, wow, how's he doing this? No, I think I might have actually been calling that wrong the entire time, but I think nobody noticed it. You've never noticed it. And
I definitely have not noticed it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Or maybe I'm totally wrong, but I believe
I think maybe you did it only this time, and you think you always did it or something.
Maybe I just want attention too. What about that?
It's weird when you make up stories sometimes.
I'm like, guess what I saw on the way to work, Artosis? You're like, what, Tasis? I'm like, I saw a 10-car pileup on the highway. He's like, didn't you take the train here, Tasis? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just want attention. Oh, my God. We got the Reaper coming in now. Let's not forget, guys. Getting a probe.
Well,
looky.
The Mothership Core was out of position for that, so he gets a probe kill, and that is not something that you normally see. That's for sure. It looks like so far for the build order here of Deer, just completely standard Robo into Twilight, whereas TY going ahead and taking a third command very quickly. So going to get that economy rolling.
So the Adept is now going to move out, head southbound on the map. We do have the Robo coming up here. We're going to see if he's probably going to get some observers, send that across. But I don't know, we might see the War Prism made a little bit later on here. It seems like Deer so far in some of these games has just kind of stayed back and kind of followed what the Terran's done and tried to respond to it, which is actually a really good way to play the game. And we have that Reaper coming in here now. He wants to see if he can identify what exactly the tech's going to be. And there's the Warp Prism, so we actually might see some aggression right away here.
Yeah. Now, for him looking at that with the Reaper, he can't necessarily tell that that's Glaives, because a lot of times that'll just be blink.
A lot of times it's blink, because a lot of people just want to try to absorb the attacks. I guess the more Adepts you see... Ooh,
he saw the
actually
additional gate, so that'll tell him that it is most likely Glaives.
But it could still be blink.
Attack.
There's some strats people do with these crazy blink all-ins, but
just knowing that an attack is coming, for sure, like 5 gates. Why would you have 5 gates?
That's half the battle. Knowing it's half the battle. That's what G.I. Joe said. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Knowing knowing is half the battle, and stopping the Adepts is the other half of the battle. So, will TY be able to pull that off? A bunker on the way, making his own Cyclone here. Some missile turrets coming up. Are those turrets on the edge of his base?
Oh, yeah, he's setting up.
Yeah, he's like, screw Warp Prisms, man.
Okay,
so
oh my God, now he got the Warp Prism with the Cyclone! All right, it lives for another day.
You need to chill out, Tasteless. Jeez.
Are you kidding me, Tosis? If he had lost that, that would have been like disastrous. He's got all these gates. He's going to try to just bust down.
TY would just be like,
Artosis, I will not chill out.
You better chill out.
I will not.
I'm gonna
you try to give me that shot to calm me down and stuff, and everybody's holding me. I'm like, no! We got the Warp Prism coming up now.
He cannot break in here. This is really sewn up tight. Look at those missile turrets. So well placed. He's trying to get in.
He actually might have just found a little hole. Look at that.
Wow.
It's like when they flew that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, now if he gets it before the warp, it finishes. Oh, my God, it actually finished.
That's a pretty big deal. Does shade forward here. This is a hell of a lot of Adepts. The rest of the Adepts look like they want to come up and play too.
That's right. He does take out the Cyclone. A good connect over there. Meanwhile, the bunker taking some hits. The tank may be taken out as well. He needs to get those SCVs over there to repair in time.
A timely repair indeed, and getting some of the SCVs at the bunker, but
huge save.
Wow. And you know what? You're very right. Like, if he had gotten that Prism right before the Adepts finish instead of right after, stomped is the only way to say it.
I can't believe that the warping got done in time. That's crazy. Now, he's sending a second Warp Prism out here. Now, he doesn't have to try to end the game with this. In fact, he probably won't. He is just going to take a third base here. But he might try to go back into the same location and warp in again. I don't think he remade a turret over there.
Yeah, I don't think he has an extra turret there.
Oh, no, he
did,
does.
Actually.
Okay.
He was like, okay.
Very thorough there by TY.
It's like, I'm never losing this map again. Or maybe even this time. It's not like Deer is super far ahead. But, you know, that in fact, I wouldn't even really truly call him ahead right now. TY has his third command center already done for a long time, so even losing those 5 SCVs is not the biggest deal. Losing the Marines and Cyclone probably hurt a little bit more. But Deer is double expanding right now, so if he can just keep TY busy for a bit until that economy really kicks in, he'll be in great, great shape.
Well, that's one of the great things about a Warp Prism in general is even if you don't end up flying in there, if they know about it, that keeps them pinned, right? There's the threat of them running into your base and warping in once you try to leave. So I think Deer is actually segueing very nicely in this game. To just getting more Immortals out, getting the Blink, and he's still going to have a pretty tough army.
Yeah.
And in fact, he's taking 4 bases, Artosis.
Yes, indeed.
He's actually just going to take another Nexus. This guy's crazy.
Well, that's, he needs to really kind of get his economy up to where it needs to be to hold on against this, because TY has very good tech. Like, Deer has only been making adepts, right? That's like, when you go for these adept attacks, you don't have a very complicated army at home. So TY with, like, good upgrades and actual tech units and an actual composition that isn't just adepts is my comp, that could plow through him. So he needs to get this economy up so that he can actually overwhelm with gateway units. We got my gates.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gates set up. Well, I think Terran is going to be trying to reap the benefits of that freshly made third base, so it looks like Deer could just eke out a 4th.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, it's earlier than most Protosses take that, by the way, so I don't think Terran is even checking yet. But this is a really good play here by Deer. I actually got to say, I think overall he's playing a little bit better so far in this series.
Especially, like, he's making the Immortals with this, too.
Yeah.
Like, that is super, super important. Like, if you can get 3 to 4 Immortals in your Protoss army and keep them alive, the value that they give you against Terran over time is pretty insane.
It's incredible. Now, he's just going to push out here. Now, he's going to see, I think he's actually going to shoot down that Observer, too. Oh, good catch. Ooh. That would have been much more helpful with the rest of his army. Now, he's scanning here. He's actually checking for that Observer, which was just out of vision there. And he may actually go into the main here.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to go up into that main base. Most of Deer's army actually down here.
Okay, now he's going to have to activate the pylons to try to fight this. Oh, in fact, he's not even going to try to fight.
Is that only one pylon?
Yeah, that is an Artie McTosis pylon. Oh, whoa, gets over here.
Oh, he's really going ham right now, going after TY's army. TY going to stim and run out. In the meantime, a lot of Adepts being warped in to try to deal with this. He does have some Widow Mines in here, but looks like that one's already been used.
Pylon instantly remade. Now, the question is, what does TY have back at home to try to help fend this off? TY still running around over here in the main right now of Deer, doing a lot of damage. Having that Robo unpowered, by the way, very annoying. Can't get more Immortals out here.
TY trying to get some harassment done.
My God.
Oh, wow.
Almost forgot about this.
Oh, a
huge
lot of Adepts. While Deer is actually hitting the natural as well. TY in a lot of trouble right now.
He's hitting in so many locations. I think he may have just dismembered TY down here. This might just be too much damage.
It definitely could be. Deer trying to push up that ramp right now. TY deals with the Adepts in the main base, but he's lost 25 SCVs.
Yeah, and even though TY is doing a lot of damage back here, it's not as much as what Deer's done at TY. TY has been forced to lift his base off. He's got a limited number of workers. Deer is still basically mining from 4 bases, even through most of that harass. He'd like relocate, and now TY's lost these medevacs. TY is just not playing as fast and as well as he did in that GSL finals we saw of him before.
Well, you're certainly right about that. Like, he's just a little bit off this game, but the thing is, like, I feel like it's only a little bit. Like, that one warping got in with that prism, which, like, skirted between 2 turrets.
Yeah.
Somehow, very magically, it got in there and warped in the Adepts. And, like, he just killed a lot of SCVs, but TY is not 100% dead yet. He's got his 3 command centers.
He's definitely not 100% dead, but he is getting knocked around quite a bit. I mean, he's been rocked a couple times this game. And
it's tough.
Looking at the situation, this is going to be an uphill battle. Now, TY is going to try to move out here and harass, and that actually can be a little bit dangerous because these Adepts are going to be spread out here to absorb the Widow Mine hits, and then the rest of the units are going to come in here and attack.
Okay, at least he did bring back the rest of his units here. He still has some in the medevac. He's got a good spread of Stim Bio, and in fact is starting to take down Deer's army. Deer might have gotten a little bit too greedy here.
If you notice back there, he looked like he was going to move away and run from that game. Beautifully done.
So sick.
It looked like he was going to drop and set him out, and that's what triggered Deer to run in there, but then he actually landed the units just out of the vision and then attacked with everything. And so Deer was actually running into a pretty fortified position there by TY. It was actually pretty smart by TY.
And now TY is in a real position where he can end up winning this game. He's got the better army, and not just the better army, he is up by 3 upgrades. 3 upgrades against no splash damage is almost a free win.
He's moving in now. The Widow Mines are coming down. Can they get good connects over here? Oh, tanks now in the fray. Looks like one will be shaved off here. Meanwhile, TY beginning to drop Widow Mines throughout the expansions.
Very good hits right there, getting 13 probes. TY has to back up for now, though. He has to be careful. The only way Deer can win this is by massively outnumbering TY's army.
And this is actually pretty crafty here by TY. Just a few Widow Mines, so he has enough muscle back at home to hold this. Well, let's see if that's actually the case. Okay. This is a lot of Adepts warping in here.
Yeah, a couple of Widow Mines there, plus all of this 2-2 bio going to town,
This is too upgraded. This bio ball is actually just too strong.
So well done by TY, forcing back Deer's army. This army is not going to be able to stand up to it. More Adepts coming in. That's not going to be enough either, though.
Oh, man, and Deer's not really able to mine as efficiently back at home. I think if TY could just regroup and try to push across the map, he might be able to smash Deer.
His army can't be stopped now. Like, okay, this is the one way you really try to stop is something like, oh, you have no detection.
What? Does he have anything? Okay, he's got a scan there.
Okay.
I was going to say. Now, TY is actually moving to the gold base here. This is pretty smart.
Yeah, TY still has like a very weak economy, but his army is better. His upgrades are so many worlds better that it's crazy. So look at the way.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that DT almost just blinked over there.
Nicely done. GG.
Wow.
Damn.
Nice win by TY.
TY just hanging on for dear life. That was a great game. This is just a great night, man.
Yeah, it really is.
What an amazing time to be alive, guys.
Jeez.
2016.
I mean,
Cast in StarCraft 2. The games are great. Our favorite players are here.
Yeah, the Cyborg War hasn't started yet.
That's right.
Okay, this is fantastic.
Skynet has not nuked
This is the peak
Earth.
of humanity right now.
Yeah. These are the greatest years of our days of our life or whatever.
These are the days of our lives.
Oh, the days of our lives. Okay. Cool. TY, I was really worried he was going to be 0-2 and have to come back with 3 wins.
I don't think that would really happen because Deer could just pull out a bunch of cheeses in a row and maybe knock him off. But picking up that victory is very, very important. TY is showing what upgrades and a more complicated army can do for you. Deer is really on top of this game tonight, though. He's playing very, very nicely and giving himself opportunities to win all the time.
I think Deer just overextended there, but TY handled that perfectly. Threw it right back in his face. Now, this is a cool map to have these two play on. New Gettysburg.
Oh, wow. Definitely could be a crazy one here.
We didn't get to cast much on this map lately because everybody was vetoing it. A lot of weird strats you can pull off. We're going into game number 3. This is Deer versus TY. Over here in the blue.
Samsung Galaxy. Deer.
Playing really, really well tonight, but not going to have an easy path to that round of 4.
That's right. Over here in the red, our Terran player.
KT Rolster. TY.
Of course, wants to get a championship under his belt. He's been a pro gamer forever. Still doesn't have one.
So already interesting builds come in from these guys. There is this long bridge in the lower center that connects the 2 sides of the map. The other way to get across the map is to go through the upper half. So not surprisingly, Terran makes a depot here to try to wall that off and control circulation.
Yeah, and it is interesting that he made like his first depot there and then a racks right behind it.
I found that a bit curious. Like, I wonder what the rationale for that is.
Well, you might want to just get out, like, I don't know, a very quick Reaper or something here and
what it
send
looks
it across. It's hard to say exactly. Even if it's just for, like, a Marine, who knows. Like, you can just build that there. Oh, a very quick factory here as well. Okay. He did on game 1 open up with a factory before Command Center, so this isn't necessarily like a cheesy opening.
Well, the placement of it is curious, right? I mean, that is out you know, it's not even like it's at the natural, right? Like he's going to use it for a wall, and it's just kind of out there.
Okay, a reactor. Okay, this could be reactored Hellions that he wants to pump out.
Maybe.
Look at that. He's blocking scouting both ways. A Marine up top and a depot there.
So
making a reactor right next to factory. I'm kind of feeling like he could be going reactor Hellion.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is why I was excited to cast on this map, is that it's such a different map that then we get to have different strats. You know, guys, the more crazy maps we get in StarCraft 2, the more interesting strategies we can get to see from the best players in the world. It's really going to make us think about the game. Maybe in a different way we haven't actually thought of before. So the probe is coming down now. Is he just going to be able to get this? Now,
okay, that's good intel.
Yeah. Well,
really good.
That was smart by Deer. He didn't immediately turn around.
Yeah.
He actually had some good game sense there and just went for it. And seeing this in the middle of the map, well, it's not really in the middle, but seeing this out on the map is enough.
Yeah, now this, what we see him doing, this is like something that people were coming up with to try to beat the very standard Protoss style, which so far Deer is mostly falling, but I don't think he made a Twilight. So it's not exactly that, but Tankovac Marine is really, really strong against these like quick Robo Twilight, get into blink type of situations.
Maru's quite good at
yes.
This as well. I mean, I've seen him really beat up on some players, and it's pretty smart. It's kind of like a weird, varied 1-1-1 build.
Yeah.
And you can see now they got the Cyclone coming up here, and this kind of kills almost everything Protoss has. Because Protoss doesn't have the sophistication yet in their army to take on all these different units with these different assets that Terran has.
Yeah.
And you send some SCVs with it too sometimes, and you'll even make a bunker.
Totally.
And what you want to do is just kind of smash everything, because they only have like an Adept, a Stalker. You know, it's just, it's very, very minimal. And they don't really have the tools between the Adept and the Stalker to really hold off that much.
No, certainly you're right about that. But he does have a Warp Prism, which will help out a little bit.
Oh my God, that control is sick.
Ooh,
the Stalker shot didn't even connect. Okay, so he takes it the pylon. Goodbye, natural defense there.
There is an Immortal on the way. That's going to be very, very helpful indeed. He pulls the probes. That's exactly what you need to do. You have to really go all in on defending this. 5 Stalkers helping out as well, but a Cyclone is out here, and Deer gets pushed up that ramp.
TY is going for the jugular. Meanwhile, Adept being warped in the main for TY. He wants to make a bunker up there, by the way, but he can't get that SCV through just quite.
Oh, the Immortal Shield has been triggered. He's going to back up for now. Kind of a bad lock-on by that Cyclone, but he takes out the Immortal. Wow, so well done. Oh my God,
the Cyclone lives. I think that's game, Artosis.
I think you're right about that. A Siege Chain comes up to help block. These 2 Adepts have actually done massive damage
Oh
in there.
my God, he just unpowered that.
This is game-ending.
Oh my God, the control is just so good.
Whoa.
Look at this. GG. Ah! That was good.
TY.
That was real good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Great build over here from TY. Great execution. The pickup on the Siege Tank, the pickups on the Cyclone, everything about it. Very, very well done.
TY coming in with a very good early game push, taking out the Protoss scum.
Oh, man. I am loving it, Tasteless.
Damn. That's a great build. We've seen that off and on, and that is a response to Protoss who are just kind of like, gotta just take their base early and get a bunch of upgrades because they're looking ahead.
It's a great build to
hear
mix
it now
in.
build.
Yeah. It's. I mean, now Deer has to live in fear of builds like that for the rest of the series. And TY on match point, he only needs 1 more, and he's in that round of 4.
That's right. I don't know if we're going to see that build again there from TY, but
so, not tonight.
I mean, actually, it is possible. We'll have to see. Deer might want to mix it up, might want to start doing some cheeses of his own. These guys have also proven that in the mid-game and the late game, it really can be a very back-and-forth game, actually quite similar to that TVT we already casted tonight.
Yeah. Crazy series, crazy night. Guys, tell your friends. I think we are going to have a commercial before we finish this out, though.
I could do that. I actually left my coffee backstage, so I'm going to go get my coffee because I was missing out on my caffeine in that cast.
Yeah, TY, calm down, man. We'll start after Tasteless has his caffeine.
It's all about me.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to go on to game number 4 in tonight's GSL Code S. Stay tuned.
You ever go I'm trying to say. I'm looking for a better way. But some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away.
봄꽃책에서 듣다. 있는 그대로 맑고 깨끗하게 피어나라고 겨울을 이겨낸 봄꽃이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성사이다.
신세계. Everyday 냠냠냠냠 요기요.
대결의 룰을 아십니까? 대결엔 환경이 매우 중요하지요. 그래서 아레나의 잔디들은 매우 세심하게 관리되고 있습니다. 물론 쉬운 일은 아니죠. 클래시 로얄 지금 다운로드 받으세요.
질서와 수호를 위해서라면
마귀 화염이
누구도 나를 막을 순 없어. 방해하겠다면 전부 부숴주지.
나는 KT 기가 인터넷. 당신과 끊김없이 게임을 즐기죠. 어디서나 우린 함께해요. 어때요? 나랑 콜라보 하실래요? 당신의 KT.
오호, 물로 지금 거의 뭐 수분을 그냥 갖다 들이붓는 것 같아요. 자, 바른 쪽과 안 바른 쪽입니다. 차에 보여드릴게요. 내가 발라봤는데 대표는 앞으로 그냥 나도 찍어 발라야 될 것 같아요. 잘 봐요. 자, 이렇게 깔끔하게 아래쪽만 다듬어도 선이 딱 살아있잖아요. 선 라인 자체가. 잠깐만. 이런 느낌이구나. 허허. 오늘 여러 가지 제품들 올리브영에서 제가 지금 제품을 받아서 사용을 해봤는데 굉장히 좋은 것 같아요. 올리브영 제품이 짱인 것 같습니다.
기가 IoT 헬스. 올레 TV 켜고 퍼팅하고 바이크 타고 체지방 체크까지 실감나게 재밌다. 기가 IoT 헬스. 김지원의 KT.
How you star?
Everyday 요기요.
메신저의 혁신이다. 이런 실시간 라이브 움짤 기능은 지금 스노우앱에서밖에 없죠. 굉장히 많은 팬분들이 영상 메시지와 메신저를 보내주고 계십니다. 아프리카 원탑 역캠답게 이설이라고 메시지가 왔는데 길 가다 만나지 마라. 길 가다 만나지 마라고. 느낌 있죠? 리본 하나 찬 다음에 딸랑딸랑 고양이 섹시합니다. 외쳐 스노우. 라마.
네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 2016년 제주항공 모델 송중기입니다. 리프레시 제주예요.
네, 아프리카 TV와 함께하는 킹덤 스토리 연애의 신.
이거 사극을 찍는 것 같아요.
정말 안 어울립니다.
유비 느낌.
약간 왜소하고.
맞아. 위초고 삼국 대결.
장비! 나이스! 나이스!
나 심쿵했어.
17,800원. 와! 군주는 무릎을 꿇을 수 있어요. 아, 뭐야, 이거 어떻게 먹은 건데? 저에게는 간호 장비 같은 존재입니다.
진짜 유익한 게임이니까 여러분들 진짜로 많이 해보셨으면 좋겠습니다.
모바일 게임을 넘어선 액션 RPG 히트. 양 팀이 이제 정해졌는데 그냥 대결하면 좀 재미가 없으니까요. 탈락. 이선을 향해 쐈어요.
큐피트야 뭐가?
이 정도라면 4분 때 마무리되나요? 자, 이거 3대1 뒤에 들어가는데요. 유저 전체에게 깃털 1000개를 선물로 드립니다.
타이밍이 지금인 것 같습니다. 그만한 게임이 지금 모바일 게임에는 없다고
힘찬 행사로.
답답할 때 마셔봐요 트로피카나. 상큼상큼 과일 듬뿍 스파클링.
리얼 프루트를 스파클링으로
과즙이 톡톡 쏜다. 트로피카나 스파클링.
상쾌하면 되는 거야. 상쾌함의 높이가 다르다. Stylish Sparkling Water 롯데 트레비.
오늘 남승무원과 달리기 하러 컬러로 왔어요.
제주항공의 남자 제주항공 안에서 특화팀이 따로 있어요. 저희가 이제 한 달에 노선을 정해서 특정 요일에 이렇게 저희가 하는 거예요.
딴따라 팀이요?
저 이제 음악 이렇게 악기 연주하는 친구.
어머.
기내 프로포즈 해주는 그런 몰래 이렇게 남편분이 사연을 신청하셔가지고
우와.
저희가 몰래 영상 찍어서 보내드리고.
제주항공은 이벤트 회사 같은. 제주항공 색깔이다. 블루다 블루 베이비. 카메샷. 안녕. 오늘 밤은 삐딱하게.
미소가 생기다. 화사함이 생기다. 건강한 하루가 생기다. pH 8.0과 풍부한 미네랄로 핑크빛 생기가 생기다. 아이시스 8.0. 이제 모두 핑크하세요.
All that I'm trying to say, I'm looking for a better way. But some days it just gets so hard, and I don't wanna slip away.
What up, guys? We're back. This is our last best of 5 tonight. Right now, TY is up with a 2-1 lead. He just defeated Deer with that absolutely solid kind of a 1-1-1 variation, the modern 1-1-1. And it's going to be up to Deer to win every game from here on out, or TY is going to move on and be the last player to get into the Final Four.
He wants it bad. Deer, of course, so close to going to BlizzCon. If he gets this win, he might have enough points to carry him all the way there. But TY, he's not making it easy, Tasteless.
He is not. Our map will be Frozen Temple. Whatever the best PvT builds that Deer has, he better bring them out right here, right now. And our game is actually just now loading up. So get ready. 3 players in the Final Four. One of these 2 needs to move on. Will it be Deer or will it be TY? We're going to find out soon. This is the GSL Codex. Over here in the blue, our Protoss player.
Samsung Galaxy, Deer.
And his opponent, our Terran player in the red. He is
KT Rolster, TY.
Definitely a map where TY.
It took me a second. That's funny. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Artosis?
I was going to say, definitely a map where TY could do another very aggressive 1-1-1-ish type strategy. In fact, I think this is the first map that we saw Maru bust that out on when that started to gain popularity.
Yeah.
So that's something that Deer has to keep in mind.
You can absolutely make a beeline to their base on this map. So that's probably one of the biggest factors to consider is, you have to go through a lot of obstructions and You know, if you get over there, can you do a lot of damage? But I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Factory on the way for that command center.
To be honest, I think this is one of those builds where even if they know it's coming, they can still lose to it.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah.
Okay, and you know what? He drove him out.
Now, look, the SCV went through there, and the probe saw that.
I think that's for looks.
Okay,
let's see if he makes. Okay, he is going to do it. All right, because sometimes you can fake people out like that. You know, you send the SCV down there, and then you just drive him back.
Yeah, he hadn't started the second gas. It looks like so. It looks like this was probably his plan from the get-go, but he's really forcibly trying to keep the probe out. But the probe is going to come back in to see if there's a command center, because Deer knows that could have been a fake, and now he knows.
Oh, citizen's arrest.
Yeah, but he knows basically everything now. Like, he knows that there's a factory up there for sure because of how late the command center was. So, doesn't know exactly what it's making or anything like that, but at least that's a good amount of intel. Now, this is a Cyclone against a Stargate. That's good for TY.
Yeah, that's very good.
It doesn't mean that it's like a win. Sometimes we see people like pool 2 Oracles and then fly and kill the Cyclone and then win the game. But,
well, let's see. Let's see what Deer has in store for us here. Now, the fact that there's a third command center coming up, if it is Oracle play, we really just need to see how the Cyclone and the Oracle interact with each other to kind of, you know, identify what direction the game is going to go in. But yeah, it's right now we got the macro build coming out right now for TY.
Okay. The Stargate is done. I imagine it'll be an Oracle, but he did go Phoenixes on King Sejong Station.
That is true. And it is going to be the Oracle. Cyclone is out.
Yeah, it's going to come up and poke a little bit here, but it's got to be careful. If he loses this Cyclone, that is a gigantic, gigantic victory for Deer.
Okay, well, he's going to try to come up here from... Oh, Cyclone in a bad position.
Yeah.
He's going to have to run from those shades. Now, the Cyclone can end up being stuck on a spot on the map where it's not going to be helpful in trying to hold off that Oracle.
Oh, he's going to pull him, I think, Tasteless.
Yeah.
That
well, why not?
Such a dangerous move against Cyclone. When you have the Cyclone, sometimes you don't expect this to 2 Oracles to fly in a little bit late, because, again, he doesn't actually have intel on what's going on. There could be Glaives on the way. There could be a Dark Shrine on the way.
Right.
There could be Oracles on the way.
Well, also, the Cyclone's just not inside the base yet.
Ooh, look at this move, too.
Yeah.
Great move. Great move here by Deer.
Yeah, Deer's playing very intelligently here, Artosis.
Yeah.
Now,
look at this.
He takes out a couple of those workers.
Yeah, 5 SCVs. That's pretty good.
No, it's not bad at all. Cyclone's a little bit bruised. I don't know if he's going to get that fixed up here. The 2 Oracles are moving out.
Oh, boy.
Now, this is tricky because a lot of times they won't see any Oracles already, and they'll just assume that there's no Oracles being used and kind of chill out and then not really worry about getting anti-air, and then suddenly this comes in here and everything dies.
Yeah, and 2 Oracles can kill a hell of a lot of Marines. So, okay, the Cyclone is actually far enough away, and he's reacting quickly enough, so he should be able to hold this without any problem.
Okay, good position. Yeah, if you manage to just get in there and get on top of that and start to kill everything, the game can snowball pretty quickly. Now, there's still the Adepts coming up here in the front. Bunker about to finish up.
What a strong move here by Deer, and he's going to get the SCV making the bunker, it looks like.
Yeah, he does.
He does indeed, but more SCVs coming up to make sure it finishes. Now, where are those?
Oh, he's coming in now, taking out so many SCVs here. Inside the main, now going for the Cyclone. The Cyclone goes down.
The Marines actually blocked that Cyclone from being able to micro back. That is absolutely critical that he keeps that Cyclone alive, but now he's lost 10 SCVs.
Yeah. More gates coming down right now for Deer. Deer also taking his 3rd base. We haven't had that 3rd command center land over there. Of course, it would have been unwise for TY to do that too quickly because he would have been abused from 3 angles instead of just 2. But the 2 Oracles are still alive. They're still a part of this game. They're still a part of the real threat that Deer has in this game. And I don't see any defense down here, so once again, a few more SCVs are going to be shaved off.
Oh, my God. So much damage from these 2 Oracles.
And look at how he's really abusing the setup of the structures.
Yeah.
He's making the Marines have to curb around.
There's no flow for these Marines to run through. That's, like, really annoying for
There's
him.
no feng shui in this Terran base, Artosis. And the 3rd Nexus is about to finish up.
Deer absolutely taking a big advantage in this game.
Deer is kicking a lot of ass this game, man.
Yeah, he is.
Now, it's time for TY to try to move out here. He's finally got Medivacs kind of incorporated into the game. Whoa.
Yeah, you know, also, we haven't seen a single Widow Mine pop out. Sometimes you'll grab a Widow Mine to try to deter these a little bit more, but this is a good move by TY, trying to catch these. Oh, my God, TY catches both Oracles.
TY.
That is a great move.
TY with the tactics of a true genius. I mean, and let me tell you, that's risky. If you have those outside of your base trying to cash out, that's less to defend your SCVs over there. But really good game sense. Now, the Gateway Explosion is finishing up here for Deer, so he's going to have a real war machine behind him, pumping out so many Gateway units. Also, there's a Warp Prism coming up, so it is possible that the Oracles kind of served their purpose. Obviously, in a perfect Protoss world, you would have kept him alive the entire game, or at least during the final timing attack. But let's see, can TY get some more attention over here to Deer's side of the map, to the point where Deer may be hesitant to try to push out and maybe not push out and try to smash TY.
Well, this was a good move. He knew that Deer would be thinking about a 4th base, so he landed over here to possibly cancel it or whatever, but obviously he needs to get out of here as the Stalkers with Blink are coming down looking for him. I'm a little bit nervous for TY, though. Like, Deer has a lot of units.
If he blinks, he does.
Great catch, great catch.
Now, already Deer was ahead in supply, but now it's 89 to 124, and that's actually almost not enough, I'd say, for TY to keep a 3rd base here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough Stalkers, there's enough Adepts.
I think you're right,
Can kind of just jump under the or blink under the Liberators and just
He needs to get that command center out. Okay, he's already lifted. He's trying to get it out. That is a lot of damage going down onto it, and he is going to pick off that 3rd command center. That is a huge kill for Deer.
Oh, wow. Insta-tap out.
Oh, my God. Game 5 twice.
Game 5. Yes! We're getting all the good games, all the close matches tonight. It's all going to come down to one more game. TY essentially saying, forget about it. Bring me into the last game. I'm not going to waste my stamina trying to hang on for dear life against Deer.
Yeah.
And, you know, no pun intended there with my last statement. It didn't occur to me to hang on for dear life. But, yeah, he's gonna bring it all down to this one game. He has to pick the right build. So does Deer. I mean, there's been a lot of countering in styles here. But that last game, man.
Dude, well, Deer was very smart to pool 2 Oracles. He got in there.
Yeah.
You know, we saw the Cyclone get blocked off a little bit. That building layout was not optimal for him defending against Oracles. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better if Adept comes in or something. But, yeah, man, Deer did a great job. He executed everything just right and definitely deserves to bring it to match number 5. It's going to be on Frost.
It all comes down to this. The final game for tonight. Deer versus TY on the map, Frost. In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Samsung Galaxy, Deer.
Gotta say, this is some of my favorite StarCraft I've seen out of Deer in this season. Like, I feel like he's kind of squeezed his way by in SSL and GSL so far, but this is like some really quality stuff he's bringing against TY.
In the upper left, in the red, he is
KT Rolster, TY.
Like, you did it again. You said upper left. Of course, TY so badly does not want to go out right now.
Well, let's see what the strats they're going to use are. It's kind of hard to do anything too cheesy when you're on a map that's this big with, you know, all these different spawns and everything. We might see both players forced into a very orthodox TVP, which I have no problem with.
Yeah, you know, Frost can be kind of like a complicated map. We've seen a lot of strong Terran pushes coming over. The 3rd base for Protoss gets a little bit tricky on where you take it, right? Because either you take the one where they can be on your ledge above, which is very tough, or you take the one where they can kind of hold the watchtower and push into you, and the back of your probes is at about the same place you're defending. So, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky in that way.
So, we have the SCV now being sent out here. We don't see any clear tech path, really, so far here. All we know is that it looks like they're playing about as standard of a game so far as you possibly could.
TY skipping out on such a quick factory this time, instead getting that command center first. Before the factory, rather. Not a CC first build.
Neither of these players, especially on a map like this, very comfortable doing anything too aggressive or weird. I mean, for the caliber of player these guys are, they're probably like, you know, I've played more standard games than anything else. Might as well stick to my guns, stick to what I know.